Would Americans choose communism or fascism? In 1939, pollsters in the US and Britain asked respondents a tough question. If they had to choose between communism and fascism, which would they pick? Britons were more likely to pick communism, while Americans were evenly split. They asked the question again in 2024. The article says, younger and more liberal Americans are more likely to say communism is the better or less bad system, while older and more conservative Americans are more likely to pick fascism over communism. Among Americans who identify as very liberal, 61% would pick communism and 14% would pick fascism. Wait a minute. So, very liberal, 14% of them would pick fascism over communism. Now you see why we say scratch a liberal. Anyways, while among those who identify as very conservative, 10% pick communism and 37% pick fascism. I'm as equally surprised by that 10% as I kind of was about that 14%. Later on, it says theocracy, constitutional monarchy, and federalism all provoke no opinion in 1/4 or more of Americans, which, when you think about it, is pretty sad because you should have an opinion on whether or not you would want to live under these systems. And the fact that people have no opinion means that they don't know what those words mean. I also found it interesting that anarchism ranks so far below socialism and even communism. And I don't just point this out to poke fun at anarchists, but I find surprising as an agitator and an organizer for numerous decades in various social and economic justice and liberation mass organizations and movements, that there's so many anarchists involved in these movements that you would kind of get the perception that maybe anarchy is more popular than maybe what it really is. And for real, don't be mad at me. I'm just pointing out the numbers here. There's seriously something interesting about the fact that the US government has spent so much money and went to such extreme efforts to demonize communism and socialism. Think about it, the Red Scare, McCarthyism, even COINTELPRO's first target was the Communist Party USA. Yet, here we are.